Hi there iPad, I'm making a rather dark looking video on your camera. Anyway, I don't really know, I keep meaning to make these vlogs. It's now been about 20 days since I made my last one, and I keep worrying really about what I should be talking about. What have I got to offer you? At the moment I'm drinking Lucozade through a wine glass, as you may have seen. Yeah, so I lost my job a few months back. It was kind of for the best, really. I was this salesperson in this insurance job, and I just didn't really get on well there. I mean, I studied theatre and creative writing. I've been playing music really since I was quite young. Been on tour with bands a few times, and I'm kind of playing an electronic band at the moment, although we're not gigging that often. So I suppose the question is really, like, I don't really know what I want to do. I had my 26th birthday the other day, because it was a good time. Lots of friends showed up. We watched a Smiths covers band up in Islington, which was, pretty fun. But then, I was just left with this elongated silence afterwards. Well, what do I do now? I'm getting to the latter end of my 20s. I kind of feel like I'm running out of time a little bit, which is weird that, at an age of 26, when obviously we're an ageing population, so in theory I should have quite a lot of time left, with modern advances in medicine, etc. So why do I feel like there's a time limit, and more importantly, why am I allowing that time limit and that stress to stop me from doing the things that I want to do? From, establishing myself as a creative, or finding some sort of career path that I'd actually enjoy and actually, want to put my time and my effort in. I mean, I have been looking for jobs. It's been a bit depressing because I'm just applying for jobs that I know that I won't massively enjoy, or won't enjoy for an elongated amount of time. Like, working at a bar. I used to work in a bar back just when I finished uni, and that was a lot of fun for a few months. But yeah, I mean, it's not really a long-term goal for me. It's not something I've studied or really had much enthusiasm for. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being too picky. I mean, I'm fully aware of the music industry and how difficult it is really for me to make it as a musician, as a writer, and as a creative person. I mean, at some point this year soon I'll be uploading I'll be putting up a website where I'll be uploading lots of music for people to use for their videos for free, and more importantly royalty free, so you won't have to bother going through any publishers or labels or anything. The only thing I'd ask is that you credit me for it, and hopefully I can distribute more music and get my name out there. That's sort of a long-term plan. But again, it's a very competitive market. There's not a lot of scope really for me making lots, any real money from that, which, I shouldn't really be obsessed with that, because all I want to do is just get my music out there and get you guys listening to it, and more importantly helping people out that, want a soundtrack to their film, but they don't have to bother going through the archaic system of publishers, record labels, and risk having their videos taken down because they've used a track in the background that they didn't have the rights for. So there was this thing I saw the other day. It was a petition started by the local Green Party here in Lewisham, and it was called the Citizens Basic Income. And what this was, is basically a standard income that covers your basic needs, food and accommodation, for every single person, regardless of whether you're in work, out of work, disabled, or can't work, or can work but can't find anything in your field. It's just everyone across the board gets a basic income. So, and that doesn't get taken away. So if you want to earn more, or you're still working or whatever, you're enjoying your job, that's just something on top, which a lot of people are suggesting that'll take away people's incentive to work. I'm thinking if that was the situation and it was me, I'd probably be more incentivized to work, but more importantly, I'd feel more relaxed and able to concentrate on something that I was good at, that I could put lots of time and heart and effort into, without, the ticking time bomb of being, like in your 30s or whatever, not having a job and earning little bits of money, and say if I wanted to start a family or get married or anything like that, it's not hugely feasible at the moment under the current conditions in the UK, or anywhere really for that matter, unless of course I've got a steady career or something like that. And a lot of people are shooting after this idea of having a career and progressing and etc. I mean, a lot of that I tend not to believe in. Why do I not believe in the idea of career? Career was originally the term used for the life or the working time of a racing horse, I believe. You can check that one up, and I will as well, just to double check on that. And then obviously after a horse is no longer able to race, it was put down or whatever, which is pretty unpleasant. But applying that to modern society, where everyone's saying, oh, I need a career, or I have a career, or I'm trying to pursue a career, or whatever, which most of the time involves them doing a couple of years of quite, awful work for not a lot of money, in the hope of chasing this dream of at some point, rising up within that company, maybe becoming a boss or whatever. But I don't know, it seems like a kind of carrot dangled on a string in front of them just to keep them running, keep them galloping. And obviously not everybody can be a boss, so out of all the people, there's only a few that could actually genuinely achieve that, so the rest of them spend their life chasing something that they'll never actually achieve, and end up doing the work that they think they're sort of in a transitional period before they get their big break, which isn't particularly fun or life fulfilling and can be quite depressing for a lot of people. And if you end up doing that till the end of your days, it does make you really wonder what's all this aspiration for. What is aspiration? It's not drinking Lucozade from a wine glass. That's definitely not aspiration. So yeah, I mean, I'm in two minds. I mean, I'm probably not a prime example, and you're probably not going to take a lot away from what I'm saying. Just given my current situation, I'm out at work at the moment, which is quite bad. I haven't managed to find another job despite searching and applying and doing everything I can. And but I mean, the fact is I'm not alone. There's over 1 million people out of work at the moment in the UK, possibly even more than that. And the fact is, I suppose there just isn't really that many jobs that need to be done. I speak broadly now. But I mean, I suppose the idea is, as technology advances, as we create more comforts and more things that can look after us as a species, then technically, the less work we should need to do. I'm not suggesting we specifically pay people not to work, but if that becomes the case with the amount of people living in this country, and the amount of jobs available in this country, rather than letting people die and embarrass themselves and live out on the street or whatever like that, we should maybe actively be paying people not to work, because we just don't need that many workers. Anyway, I wasn't, as with all these videos, I'm not really going anywhere with this. There's no broad conclusion for you to draw from it, but it's just a couple of thoughts I wanted to put out there. And hopefully if anybody watches these things, you can give me some comments down below. Maybe offer me some advice. Yeah, over and out. I'll speak to you next time. Remember to subscribe.